Mark, good to be standing in a field with harvest well underway once again this year, and some great results coming from those fields that have used Bionature products. Before we talk about specific products, give us a little bit of background on Bionature. Where have you come from, how long you've been established, and so on?
Yeah, so we've been established for the last 12-13 years. We started with some biostimulants that were brought in from Australia, and realised that there was a real appetite for feeding these crops. People were into new technology. Unfortunately for us, we couldn't make our biostimulants work very well in the first 2 years. So on the journey, we met a Spanish company called Ecoculture, and we looked at what they'd got to offer in their product range. We brought them over to the UK, and we sent them out for a few farmers to have a look at. On the back of that, last year we sold just short of 200,000 litres of product. Yes, it's taken time, but when you've got a trials farm like we do, we have to trial things vigorously and sort of get the best out of it. And of course we keep tweaking the products and trying to improve and improve.
As the products seem to be doing well, but you've obviously got to have that justified to be able to claim that they're doing well. So what studies, what trials are done on the products?
Yeah, so we have like I said, we have a trials farm up at Werleby near Louth, and we then push records. So we raise publicity by seeing what we can get out of these crops. So we feed them hard, and then we enter competitions like the Yen World Records, just to see what's actually possible. And on the back of that, we've had some fantastic results, and it's created a wave really where a lot of people want to get involved.
Well, we spoke to Mark Popplewell a couple of weeks ago about his winter barley crop, which is doing extremely well. I know we can't really talk about the yields just yet because it's got to be officially verified and so on. What's made that crop so good?
What's made it so good? Good question. We have a product called Delta, which is a nitrogen product, a liquid nitrogen product, and it's in an amine form. And what that does, it makes the crop grow slightly different. So what it does, it enhances the rooting. So you're getting double the rooting structure and size to what you would be getting with traditional fertilizer. So by doubling the rooting, you're then the plant's able to scavenge for what else is in the soil. So that's the first benefit. The second benefit is the tillering. So you'll see when you use the product Delta early at the right time, you will see more tillers on that plant. So therefore you're going to feed that all the way through its growing cycle, and then you'll then get more flowering sites and then enhance more yield. The other thing you'll see is a thicker stem. So a thicker stem, a healthier plant. They're the three things you see by applying the Delta, and that starts the whole journey with the Bionature range. Of course, then we move on to other products that are feeding and helping grain fill, etc.
Obviously, the farmers that's growing these very successful crops are putting quite a bit on their crops. How does that square with the sustainability eco thing about not putting so much on our crops?
Yeah, absolutely. So remember we've got a fertilizer tax coming. So there's two trains of thoughts really. We've got data where you can reduce your bagged nitrogen by 20%, use our program, similar yields. So you've got a saving there by doing that. You've also got the other farmer who wants to fill his barn. So he's going to carry on doing what he's doing, using our products on top of. You've also got to remember that there's only 190 grams of nitrogen in each litre of product. It's minuscule what you're using when you talk about environmental issues and everything else that we need to do looking forward.
Obviously, the application of any product to a crop has a cost to it. How does it square with the cost of all the additional applications, the additional fertiliser and so on, with the yield benefits? Is it worth it to the farmer to pay the extra to have the products put on his crop in terms of additional yield.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're not a hard sell company. We don't go out on farm and say you must cover your whole farm. That takes 2 or 3 years before a farmer starts doing that. Year one, you pick the field sensibly. You pick whatever you can manage. You need to monitor it, which we will help you do that. All Spalding's guys will come and help you do that. The cost, yes, there's a cost to it. The cost will, the extra yield will normally outweigh the cost. The cost of a wheat program at just over £100 a hectare, okay, wheat today at £150 a tonne is not that exciting. But if you can lift your yields by a couple of tonne, it's all of a sudden quite a nice story and something that we're pushing to do.
And do your products work with all crops, or are there any crops that they don't work with?
Yeah, so we've got the products are. There's nothing they won't work with. We're doing a lot of work with sugar beet at the moment, peas, all new work, all new data coming out that we'll be able to share this back end. Potatoes, massive in potatoes, finishing, looking at the end user, putting them through the factories, looking at sort of less waste really. So potatoes, wheat, well, the cereals really, we're sort of well established with it. Sugar beet, peas, carrots, parsnips. This October time should have some real nice data, and already we're seeing uniformity, greener leaf, everything that we need to be seeing to be bulking yields.
But where can somebody get your product from? I guess we need to talk to Paul really for this, don't we? Paul Bray, Chief Exec at Spalding's. You've teamed up with Bionature. This is a bit of a departure from your normal product range. You're known for parts and equipment and making your own parts and computer generated equipment and things like that. This is rather different for you.
Oh, absolutely. Our heritage really is wearing parts, particularly long life parts. And when Mark came to visit us and talked to us about Bionature, it sort of kind of made sense. You know, we're trying to save farmers money with wearing parts, but then, you know, as we move into an era of no subsidies, if you can increase your yields, what a fantastic opportunity. So we started talking back in June, I think it was, wasn't it, Mark?
Yeah, early June. Yep.
Yeah, we started talking in June, and you know, it's a different type of product for Spalding. So we've had training sessions with our sales guys throughout July, at the beginning of July, and now we're going to go to market with Bionature. We're really excited to sell this product. It's from what the results that we've seen, and visiting the trial farms and the trial plots, it's remarkable. It really was remarkable what we saw.
So where could we go to find out more information about the product then?
You can contact your local representative or ring into our sales lines. The guys are fully equipped with the information, and it's just like any other product that we sell. If you want to place the order, get the advice, place the order with us, and then it'll be dispatched to you on farm.
And Mark, if somebody wants to know all the technical spec, would they come to you or go to Spalding's?
Yeah, I mean, if the Spalding's guys can't answer the questions, then I'm here, and we have a support team with myself that are there. We'll go visit farms with the Spalding's guys, or the farmer will just call up and ask those questions. We're here that's how we built our business, by support.
All right, Mark Carter, Paul Bray from Bionature and from Spalding's. Thanks for joining us on the Farming Show.